videos, just letting you know and reminding you that I promise you I will try, but I can't guarantee that it's actually going to be successful. So I did bring all the parts that we need to turn this single engine bird into a dual jet bird. And hopefully, because I have two motors, I have red wire, blue wire, we won't get confused about what goes where and how it goes where it goes. I also happen to have a bunch of props. This is A, this is B, and this is another A down there. Just if only I could reach it. There we go. We have the prop removal tool on here, so we'll just get started on this thing. And if you guys have never seen what it looks like on the inside of an Eachine, well, there it is. What you have is 3 servos. This one takes care of these 2 surfaces right here. If one goes up, the other one goes down. So they're not really independent. As this thing turns, it will affect both of them simultaneously. So this is what allows you to go left and right. And this over here is up and down. And for some reason, they used 2 of those. So those back here are independent to let you go up and down and possibly keep this bird straight. So there must be something going on in there, in the brains of the operation, which is the motherboard in there. Anyway, it is very well balanced and all that stuff. It does not have the same problem that the Volantix Ranger 400 had, which is sort of the MCAS or kamikaze drop the nose into the ground issue. So this has a very intelligent system in there. The only reason I kept crashing it is because my flying skills obviously suck. But that's nothing to do with the bird itself. I've seen so many other amazing YouTubers fly this thing and fly it fantastically well. It does loops, rolls, it does, you know, I think, was it the RC Sailors that did a knife edge with this thing? Anyway, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's just, I'm letting the bird down. That's how it works. Just my flying skills are what is letting the bird down. Anyway, so now we've got this chance to see, this is A-type, and this is A-type, this is B-type. I do not know if by putting 2 of these and them both being A-type, that's going to cause issues, or if they need to be opposing directions. So we could do an A-B, or we could do an A-A. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be the best thing, but we're going to try. We're going to try and figure that out. The first thing we have to do before that is we have to remove the actual blade that's on there. And this is the tool, important tool that we get when you buy some of the Hubsan. If you buy the Hubsan, what do you call it? The FPV, ready to run, then it comes with one of these tools here. There's 2 versions. I think there's a white version and a black version of that thing. And the one that was white, I'm sure, works just as well as the black one. But when I received it, it was FUBAR because, you know, sometimes I'll buy stuff on eBay because, well, almost always I will buy stuff on eBay or on Walmart, and sometimes the quality is iffy. But that's okay because that's the beauty of buying things from American retails. I got a full refund for it. And I use the spare parts. Like this one right here is from a Hubsan mini FPV drone. And it did its purpose. We learned something. I stuck it in there and it works. So it'll probably not allow this bird to fly, but I can still use it for something else in future. I could even make a little boat because remember, kids, if you've got spare parts from planes that are just mismatched or just don't work well and you can't get the plane to fly, you can always turn it into a boat. And when you turn it into a boat, it usually works just fine because you don't need to lift a whole bunch of weight off of the ground. So the physics will be your friend in that case. and everything will be hunky-dory and beautiful. So, you know, can always learn something new out of that. Biggest issue I'm having right now is I have to remove a bunch of glue, as you can see here, and it is not turning out to be easy. The glue is fantastic, by the way. It is very strong, but I need to get it out because I need to install 2 twin engines. Now, and I don't think that we'll have a good time if we have this plus another 2 engines on there. We could just do that for now, just to see how they would be placed. But again, you wouldn't want to have all of that weight because I just talked about that earlier. It's hard enough to get the plane to fly with one, because this one thing here, this one propeller, does not displace enough air to get this off the ground now. The original propeller was longer than this, and so it was able to. But then I broke it twice. So we did have some really nice flights with this plane, which are on the channel, so you guys can go check those out. So if you guys are wondering, does this plane fly well? Sure. If it has a good pilot. If the pilot is good, then the plane will fly beautifully well. If the pilot is not so good, not sure what just happened. The light just went out. I don't know. There's new things. There's always new things that can happen while you're in the middle of live streaming. But luckily, since this is not a live stream from a computer, I don't have to worry about anything, because so long as there's battery, we're okay, right? We're okay. But, you know, you can kind of expect stuff like this on the Marco Reviews channel. That looks like there's a power outage in the neighborhood. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? This is California, guys. If you power everything through the power of wind, which is not the case in our neighborhood. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. We don't have solar panels either. But we weren't using that much power to begin with, so I have no idea what's going on. I was trying to insert this, and this for some reason, this other A has a very tight fit, and so it was not going in. What can you do? Nothing. So this was designed directly for the XK J11 or SU27 birds, and therefore there's an extra piece of plastic there that I won't be needing for this particular thing, because it actually is going to get in the way of whatever I'm trying to do. So I'm just going to take it off, as I'm doing there. I do not have any more J11s or thingies that would require these engines currently. And should I need to get one, I will just do that. I'll just buy a new one for that purpose. But anyway, there's so many different ways you can attach these things that you don't need that little bit there. Especially if you have a glue gun. Glue guns, they do fantastic things for you. So what I was trying to tell you guys in some of the previous videos is, if you were to try to put this in here somehow, you see how they would definitely smack into each other, as well as cut a chunk out of this bit. So my other question to myself was, well, what if you just decide to do this? Because this is kind of in a shape that would be okay. So I could technically put these motors directly on here, just like so. So this could be one of the ways that we solve the problems that we have. Now, is this the best solution for our problem? I really cannot tell you at this point, because I don't even know if this is going to work. But we could definitely give it a shot. And what I'm thinking of is I could aim it, since these motors are really, really light, hopefully it would not affect the way that this works. So I'm thinking you don't want it too close because you see that would rip out a part of that. But we could aim it sort of there with that corner like so that then we could position it exactly roughly in the same spot on the other side. So we're going to go with, let's see, we're going to go with this corner and then just bring it down. I'm going to eyeball it because I don't have my Sharpie on me. So maybe this is going to work just like this. And then we should be able to do the same thing on the other side. So we'll just go with that. But first, we've got to get some glue. Get some glue out there. And if you guys don't remember, I've said this a few times, I really like this glue gun. It's been serving me very well. And I can't remember if I got it on Amazon or Walmart. I think maybe Amazon, though. It's usually either Amazon, Walmart, or eBay. But usually it's eBay because it's the cheapest that I can get. And, you know, the whole channel is budget friendly because I can't even get, like, universal income. I can't even get basic universal income. So, whatever, man. So, yeah, anyway, let's get this party started. The glue gun will be hot in a minute. And when it is, we'll just do this here. And then we'll just do the same thing on this side right here. And it does help to be ambidextrous or both-handed to do this. But you don't have to be, because I'm only going to attach one at a time. But for the demonstration of what I'm trying to show you guys of how this will be set up in the end, it'll be like this. Because we did try it in the middle, and as you can see here, there's just not enough space. And if you did put it here, these might hit each other there, or they might just cut out of a chunk out of these control surfaces. Would be really, really bad. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. All right, so while this thing is getting warm, we can try another attempt at getting the glue off here and freeing this motor. I don't think that would be crazy to have a triple motor scenario because, you know, again, it's all about getting that ratio between weight and power. And if you get that wrong, then the thing won't even lift off the ground. You can ask a physics teacher. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. I don't understand math. I don't understand logic most of the time. Just ask your physics instructor. And again, kids, please don't do this kind of thing yourself. It is so dangerous. I have cut myself so many times doing stuff like this. And I'm willing to take it for the team to do these live demonstrations so you guys can see that these things can actually be done. It's not Hollywood or Disney magic because it's live streamed. So I can't make any of this stuff up. I can't do like special effects or anything on these videos. That's kind of why the channel is the way that it is. It's as real as it possibly can be. Okay, wow. Really struggling. This glue is good, guys. You can see that, how strong it is. I'm trying my best to free this motor from the glue. And as you can see here, it's given me a hard time, which is good, which means the glue actually sticks and is strong. It is a good glue. So Monvict, good job. Good job. Hey, if any of these companies that I keep saying good job about wants to sponsor the channel, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind being sponsored. I just don't want to be sponsored by like a company that's going to stop me from being able to say what I want. But, you know, if I already say that it's awesome because I've tried it so many different times and it works, then why not? Why not? You know, like if Coca-Cola and people wouldn't believe me. I said, I'm gonna make a Coca-Cola boat. I'm gonna make a Coca-Cola VR boat that sails and takes VR shots of the lake. They didn't believe me. They didn't believe me. But I made it happen. And then I said, I'm gonna make a plane, a Coca-Cola plane that's gonna fly. Now that, I don't know if I believe that myself, because that would require some extra level of intelligence and science. So I don't know if I'll be able to get that to work, but I will definitely try. I will definitely try for you guys, because it would be pretty entertaining if it actually became a reality, right? I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of haters. Like, no, it's a bad idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't make a awesome Coca-Cola plane that flies. We hate Coca-Cola. Okay. You can't please everybody. You can't please everybody. It's just a thing. It's just how it works in life. You can try. I tried. Back in the day, I used to try to please everybody. But then I discovered that it just makes you miserable, because you try so hard, right, to please everybody. But you just can't. It's impossible. It's an impossibility. I think that's probably why God decided to stop. God wanted to please everybody, and this realized human beings just cannot be pleased. There's going to be haters no matter what you do. Anyway. All right, here we go. This should be great. Not sure if it's better than chocolate cake, because, huge fan of chocolate cake. Especially the vegan chocolate cakes are amazing. I took a shot earlier of some, I think I was at Whole Foods. They had this vegan chocolate cake with strawberries. It looked great. I don't know if it's good or not, if it's too sweet. Some people will probably say it's too sweet. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. It just looked fantastic, and I took some videos of it, so I'm planning to post that on the channel too. Again, TikTok got angry with me because every platform tends to be petty at some point against that pesky marker reviews. So it removed my favorite button, the trending button. I love that button because I could put these awesome heart shapes that swirled around on all of my videos, intro bits. That was kind of the signature thing that I used, right? But TikTok got angry with me, and then now I can't do that anymore. But I've gone back to using other methods of editing, so we're still okay. We're still okay. Just turn a negative into a positive. I don't know. We'll see, guys. We'll see, guys. But here, let me bring the camera down so you guys can see. It is exactly the way that I said it would be on the wings. We just don't know if the angle is good or not. It should stay where it is, but now we got to do all the cutsy-wootsy bits here. We've got to cut. And we don't need the whole thing, because look how long this is. We're going to keep some of this for other projects. Just cut it right there. We'll save this, because those are cool connectors. On this side, this is already stripped, so nothing to do there. Nothing to do there. We got to strip these without ruining the wires, though, and that can be challenging. I did get a wire stripper a while ago, but I don't know where I put it. Yay. Yay me. So then I've gone back to doing wire stripping the ignorant way, the hillbilly way, that pesky marker reviews way. And sometimes it works fantastic, like that, look at that. And sometimes it doesn't, and I just rip out the wire, and I'm very angry with myself because you went the extra mile. You got yourself a wire stripper. And then, what did you do with it? Nothing good. Nothing good, kids. Nothing good. Nothing good, kids. Nothing good. I did nothing good with it. I'm not worthy. I am not worthy of that. Anyway. So, isn't it smart? You go the other step, right, to make sure that the wires match, right? And then you change these out like this, and now that this is red on blue and blue on red. Okay. Well, the reason why that is because after installing the motor on it, it was spinning the wrong way. So then I decided to do that, but that's confusing, isn't it? Anyway, I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, this should work anyway, because this is blue, right? Even though it's red, it's blue. Don't worry. I am not colorblind. I'm insanely stupid, but I'm not colorblind. All right, let's see what happens here. So we'll connect this up like this. And then we'll connect this up like this. And if a fire starts, you know why, right? Because I did something wrong. Kids, oh my gosh. I am like the worst role model there is. This is why I tell you guys, don't do the stuff that I do the way that I do it, because what you see here is the reason for the season. Anyway, let's take a quick look at this thing. We do have the remote. We'll switch it on. We do have power, which is a good thing sometimes. We'll see. And then we'll add a battery to the mix. And we'll attach it this way so that it can kind of sense that it's in the right direction, because it has auto leveling. Yes, indeed. The Eachine people did a good job with the auto leveling. And then once we've done that, we can just tuck it in there. Tuck it like Tucker. Anyway. All right, so now that we've got that, obviously don't mess around with that bit. We'll put the throttle cut on there like that. We'll go up and down to make sure that this is all, make sure that we got straight. And now I'll set the bird this way just in case those propellers fly into my face. I don't want them to fly into my face. We shall also remove some of the stuff that I was working with, batteries and all that stuff, so that things don't fly out of the way when they don't, not supposed to. All right. Okay, that works. Do we have power? We have power, guys. We have power. Does it fly? Obviously not in the kitchen. You wouldn't want it to fly in the kitchen. Just trust me. This is not a drone. It is a plane, and therefore, well, we got power. I just don't know if that's enough to get it off the ground. We did used to have just the one engine, and it was powerful, but not enough. We are getting a decent amount of power, and it is moving forward, but we did try it at the field, and last time I thought it was going to have enough power to get off, but it just would not. So now we have this. As you can see here, it's not doing anything bad to these, so we might be able to have enough power to get off the ground. We'll definitely go test it out. And since these motors are really small, we could even try the small batteries with them. I can't guarantee that it's going to fly, guys. I just can't. So I'm not going to tell you guys a lie that it's going to be the best flight that it's that we've ever had with this thing. But you can see here that it does have plenty of power. The bird does start moving. So maybe on a nice flat cement surface, we'll be able to get enough power to get this up and running. It tends to be wanting to veer to the right. And the engines do look like they should be okay, so hopefully it should not be caused by the motors themselves. So I'm hoping that I have placed the motors correctly. So maybe it's just the landing gear that needs a little turning. Let's see. It just really does want to spin that way, so let's see. Is it the landing gear? Try it one more time. It looked better. I think this may be the problem right there. I don't know why sometimes that will just... It's supposed to adjust and stay centered. That's one of the things that doesn't always stay centered. So maybe that was it. I don't know. It seems to still want to veer to the right a little bit. I don't know if this engine is the cause of that trouble. The right engine may be the cause of the trouble. I'll have to check it out. But this, at the very least, gives you guys an idea of what I'm trying to accomplish here. And it looks like, at least for now, the combination of BA is going to be okay. Maybe it's better to have a BA rather than having an AA, because that might twist the plane in the wrong... I don't know. Whatever it is, I don't know. We'll just have to figure out when we take it to the field. But yeah, anyway, it's got that cool RC Sailor sticker there. And maybe someday I'll get a proper RC Sailor sticker from the RC Sailors channel. But for now, this is what I got. So this is what we're going to use. And I think I may have this slightly angled towards the right, towards the left, maybe. So maybe this motor is the one that needs a little bit of adjustment, but we'll check it, double check it, triple check it, take it to the field, and hopefully we'll get a decent flight out of this. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something today. And don't try this at home, kids.